I'm really getting tired of saying pain, but here it is. Pain. Oops, I almost just started my outro. Welcome back to Brown's Breakdowns. I can't get my music to work. Where is it? There it is. Welcome back to Brown's Breakdowns, proud partners of Fanatical Elves Network, fans first sports network. You heard the intro. We lost. Go figure. Womp womp. Before we start, let's shout out who didn't lose anything was Hemisphere Coffee Roasters. Please use that referral code right there. We get 15% of the money. Awesome coffee, amazing coffee. Totally check them out. Now, on to the NFL. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So, Browns lost 16 to 20. It was a really bad game. It just wasn't a. It just didn't feel like we knew what we were doing. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get into stats really quickly. We're gonna go for the Raiders here. Gardner Minshew was 14 for 24 for 130 yards. Rushing the ball, Alexander Madison was 5 for 60. Zamir White was 17 for 50. On receiving, Jacoby Myers was 5 for 49. Trey Tucker was 5 for 41. 2 for 21 was Harrison Bryant, and Brock Bowers was only 2 for 19, which was actually really nice because I had him doing really well, but he didn't do as well as we thought. Let's I'm gonna pull up my power rankings really quickly while we talk. But oh man, this is gonna be annoying. So hopefully we can continue to play. What am I talking about? Now, do we have any way to stop what's going on right now? Man, I'm messing everything up. The problem right now is simply that our team is bad. it's the actually, before we say anything more, for defense, I forgot this. One sack from Isaiah Polamalu and interception from Trayvon Moehrig. And then Charles Snowden had a sack, Jamarcus Robin had half a sack, and Christian Wilkins had half a sack. So that's the sacks there. Now looking at just the game in general before we get into Brown stats. What happened? Why are we playing so poorly? One, the quarterbacks was bad. The coaching wasn't good. Running wasn't good. The team just isn't good in it this year, and I don't know if there's any way we can fix it. I don't know how we're gonna fix it. I don't know if we can fix it. I mean, hopefully we can fix it, right? Like, that's obviously a hope, is that we'll be able to fix this team. But I simply don't know if it's possible for us to fix this team at this moment, because now maybe when the trade deadline comes around, we'll be a little better off, right? I don't know. But it just looks like the team is kind of just falling apart, and I don't know if that's quarterback power rankings. We do not need quarterback power rankings. Just want NFL power rankings. Okay. So anyway, the team just isn't looking good right now. I mean, it just feels like everything's falling apart, and I don't know if there is a way to keep us from falling apart. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. It just doesn't look like this team is sustaining itself. Now on to the Browns statistics. Deshaun Watson is 24 for 32, 176, one touchdown, one interception. Pretty bad. Jerome Ford was 10 for 56, also not great, or 10 for 58, actually, also not great. Jerry Jeudy was 6 for 72, Amari Cooper 4 for 35, Jerome Ford 7 for 27, Blake Whiteheart was 3 for 13, Elijah Moore 1 for 11, Jordan Akins was 1 for 10. Defensively, Myles Garrett was really good that game, 2 sacks, and I think that was the only sacks in it. Yep, all the only sacks we had there. Again, terrible offensive stats. Some of that has to fall on Stefanski. Some of it still falls on the quarterback and the running back. So again, I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't know if we can fix it. It's just everything is falling apart. and I don't know if there's anything we can do to fix it. On to team stats really quickly. Total yards for the Browns was 241. That's just bad. 268 for the Raiders. 149 passing yards for us. 116 for the Raiders, which is abysmal, by the way. 100 passing yards. 150 passing yards is just bad. 92 rushing yards for us. 152 for the Raiders, and we were 4.2 yards per play. They were 4.9. We had 16 first downs over the course of the game. They had 17. We were 3 for 10 on third down. They were 4 for 12. We were 0 for 1 on fourth down. We had 57 total plays. They had 55. We allowed 3 sacks. They allowed 2. We had 5 punts. They had 4 penalties. Was 5 for 38 for the Browns, 6 for 49 for the Raiders. The Raiders lost a fumble and the Browns threw an interception, and we had the ball for 30 minutes and 42 seconds. They had it for 29 and 18 seconds. So those are the statistics there. So now let's get into the other stuff, which is the power rankings that I have. So we have 5 websites. We have NFL.com, Eric Edholm, obviously. I think it's always going to be him, but they have the Minnesota Vikings at number 1 now. So for NFL.com, it's the Vikings at 1, Chiefs at 2, Lions at 3, Bills at 4, and Houston Texans at 5. Ravens were 6. The other AFC North teams are Steelers at 10. The 49ers are 12. Let's see, I have to scroll so far and it's really annoying. Cowboys are 17, in case you're wondering. Bengals are 21. The Browns are all the way at 28. So, yeah. So 28. That's our ranking for NFL.com. I'm so annoyed, dude. So this is Bleacher Report. Now, it goes from the bottom. So that's actually going to be nice because that gives us the Browns really easily. I hate everything. They have the Browns at number... We're better than the Panthers. That's good. 27. So the Cleveland Browns are 27. Other AFC North teams, in case you're wondering, are the... I gotta keep on scrolling. Let's see. I have to scroll. Okay, Bengals. There we go. Finally, Bengals at 18. That's a terrible number. I don't know why you'd put them at 18. They got the Jets at 17. Cowboys at 16. Keep scrolling. We're missing the... Let's see. Falcons are 13. Dude, how far do I have to scroll? Oh my god. Steelers are 10. So the Steelers are 10 right now. And the Ravens are at... 49ers are 9. The Ravens are at... Oh, wow. They have the Ravens in the top 6. Ravens are number 6. Okay, so the Ravens are 6. Texans are 5. Lions 4. Dude, this website's so laggy. Oh, my God. Buffalo Bills are 3. Which I feel like is a little high, but it's all right. Vikings are 2 and Chiefs are 1 for Bleacher Report. Garbage website. Scrolling. Took me like 8 years. This is USA Today, so we'll see if that means anything. Chiefs are 1, Vikings are 2, Ravens are 3, Lions are 4, Bills are 5. Then we got the Steelers at 8 for an AFC team. Texans are 13. They have the Cincinnati Bengals at 20. Where are the Ravens? I missed the Ravens. Weird. They have the Cowboys at 22. And they have the Browns at 31. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. 31 is for the Browns. Where did they have the Ravens here? 3. Okay. Yeah, we're 31 for USA Today, which is awful. But not unexpected. Now, this is CBS Sports, which I'm pretty sure their stuff stinks. Chiefs 1, Vikings 2, Texans 3, Buccaneers 4. Lions 5, Ravens are 6, Steelers are 9, 49ers are 12. They have the Bengals at 22, and they have the Browns at 29. For ESPN, finally, Make sure this is actually power rankings and not QB rankings. Chiefs 1, Vikings 2, Bills 3, Lions 4, Buccaneers 5. They have the Ravens at 7. They have the 49ers at 9, Steelers at 12, Cowboys at 15, and they have the Bengals at 24 and the Browns at 27. So those are your power rankings according to 5 different sources. Browns reside around 27 to 31. For my power rankings, if you want to know my power rankings, I go Vikings, Chiefs, Bills, Lions, Texans are my top 5. Wait, no. I know it is Chiefs, Vikings, Bills, Ravens, and then Lions. Then I have the Browns at 29 29 is my power rankings this week. So the Browns are 29 for me. They're around 27 to 31 for everyone else. Terrible. But those are the power rankings. Let's do some advertisements really quickly before we get into my opinion of the game. So we will be right back. And we're back here. Fanatical L's Network Fans First Sports Network Browns breakdowns. So let's get into the actual opinion of the game. First of all, bad game. Everything sucked. Let's just get that out of the way. We all were expecting it. We all knew it was going to happen. I knew. Let me rephrase. We all knew what my opinion was going to be. Bad game. Game sucked. Whatever. It was a bad game. There was just nothing about the game that was good in particular. Coaching had problems. The quarterback had problems. Running back had problems. The wide receiver, the defense had some problems at the end of the game. It just felt like the whole team just was performing at a completely incapacitated rate. And I don't know why. I do know why. It's because the team is bad. And, of course, now we do have some injuries still. Again, that's not an excuse for how poor the team has been playing. We do have injuries. Our offensive line is really hurt. Our other offensive linemen are just bad. A few of them are. Our quarterback has not been performing at all. Our superstar running back is out. Our defense has some injuries. So does our offense in terms of wide receivers and tight ends, specifically David Njoku. But we were playing a very beat-up Raiders team, and we only scored 16 points. They did not have Devontae Adams. They were missing Max Crosby and 4 other defensive starters. And we just sucked. And that was a perfect game for us to bounce back, to restart, to unplug and replug in or hard reset the team and just pretend this is week 1 and then play from here. And we blew it. We completely blew it. Now this score is really misleading. It says 16 to 20. It was 16 to 20, but it was 10-0 by the end of the first quarter. And then we did not score the second or third quarter, and then scored 6 points in the fourth quarter. It wasn't really that close of a game for about 3 quarters, and the box score doesn't show that. The score doesn't show that, but the game, it wasn't close for a while. It really did feel like the Browns were just stuck and put into a oobleck. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, I guess. I feel like everyone should know what oobleck is. But I feel like the Browns were stuck and put in oobleck, but instead of however you would get out of oobleck, I don't know, I guess just barely moving so you don't make it hard, they just decided to punch it as hard as they could and dig themselves out instead of taking it gently. And I don't know why. I don't know what we're gonna do. I honestly, I don't. Wow, I can't talk. I don't know what we're gonna do. Sorry, my music is distracting me because I can actually hear it, and I usually am not able to hear my background music, so I actually heard it and it was throwing me off a little bit. I don't know what to do. I don't know if we need to fire someone, if we just need to straight up bench Deshaun Watson, if we need to, I don't know, get Stefanski in there and just have him yell at the players. Stefanski's part of the problem. I mean, he's not calling plays very well. He's running an offensive scheme that isn't his, which is a big problem. The defense is breaking down because the offense can't stay on the field. which is another big problem. The defense is still a great defense. We have one of the still around a top 10 defense. It just isn't showing that, because if your defense, in theory, should only play half of the snaps, right? Like, if there's 200 snaps in a game, for example, right? And arbitrary numbers, your defense should play exactly half of them, 100 snaps, and then your offense should play the other half, because it's two sides of the ball. Obviously, that's completely imperfect, blah, blah, blah. There's so many things wrong with that. But at this point, our offense is playing 40 snaps and our defense is playing 160, because our defense is being put out there every single time our offense can't stay on the field, which is a lot. And I don't think that's helping, because if you look back at last year, we were scoring a little bit more. We were doing a little bit better, especially late into the season, which was allowing us to hold back the other team a little, because the defense was actually getting rest time. And the same problem, by the way, is with a super powerful offense, your defense will struggle a little bit too, because if you keep scoring in 6 or 7 plays, your defense won't have a whole lot of time to rest and take a breather before they're immediately back on the field to play defense again. So there's two sides to this coin, where unfortunately we have the bad side. Go figure. But the problem is everything at this point. The defense is playing great. Still, it doesn't look like it, but they're still playing very good. They're not a bad defense. They're a good defense. And again, we have a lot of injuries. Nick Chubb is out. Deshaun Watson. Let's actually just name injuries. Nick Chubb is out. We have 2 offensive linemen, I believe, that are still out. Njoku is out. Myles Garrett, he played great, but he was hurt for a little while there, just a few minutes, but not for like the whole time. And then if you just look at bad performances, Stefanski is just kind of garbage right now. He just has not played good at all. And then Deshaun Watson, couldn't remember his name for some reason, also has not been playing at any sort of a high level. And it just feels like this team has decided it's just going to throw itself in the paper shredder and just live with it instead of trying to claw its way out or something. I don't know. But this game felt like a game where the Browns could have looked at it and they could have had a team meeting and said, all right, guys, let's put the last 3 games behind us, right? Pretend it never happened, right? If you have your calendar for September, rip it off, burn it, sprinkle it into the ocean, whatever, right? Forget those last 3 games ever happened. This is our new week 1. Pretend those 3 games didn't happen. We're 0-0. This is our new week 1. We're going to go out there like it's a fresh season and we're going to play the hardest we can. And, maybe that would have put it into their heads that this isn't, that maybe we're just restarting, right? Pretending everything didn't happen and just playing the best we can. And maybe that would have helped. I don't know. I'm not a coach. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know if that would have done anything. I feel like it would have. But the team decided it's just not going to perform well. And I know that they didn't decide that. They would obviously want to score 8 billion points and limit them to negative. But the team, I just feel like there's, and a lot of it falls on Stefanski too. I feel like people are hating on Watson, which I respect, right? Watson has not been good at all. He has still been garbage, right? But Stefanski, wow, I can't say his name. Stefanski has not helped. He's calling the wrong offensive scheme. All right. Again, I said the same thing. I said it before. It's like putting a race car that is fully and completely kitted out to race down a stretch at, however, hair in my mouth, apologies, for like 250 miles an hour, and then putting out the highway and going 60. That's, or, having a 6'5" person. That's a little tall. How about a 6'1" person and a 5'2" person? Each person has motorcycles, right? This is my example. So a 6'1" person has completely modded out their motorcycle to fit them, right? It's taller up. They have different feet bars. They have the motorcycles a little longer because they can reach out because they have longer arms. All this stuff. And then there's the 5'2" person who has done the same thing. Arms are a little closer. It's a little shorter down so they can put their feet on the ground. And then it's like telling them, all right, 6'1" person, you're going to go ride the 5'2" person's bike, and 5'2" person, you're going to go ride the 6'1" person bike. So the 5'2" person can't even reach the handlebars, and the 6'1" person, his hands, like the handlebars go, I don't know how to example this, but like this is his his arm, and the handlebars are right here because he's that long. And that's what it feels like. It just feels like right? And the 5'2" person can't even get their feet on the ground unless they're leaning like all the way back here. Almost just fell out of my chair. Point in case they're about to fall off the motorcycle. And then the 6'2" person, he pulls his feet all the way up. He's sitting like crisscross applesauce and they're still touching the ground, right? That's what it kind of feels like. It feels like these people, it's calling the wrong offensive scheme. And I feel like that's a really big problem. I don't know if it's the only problem. It's definitely not. It might not even be a problem. I think it is, but it technically might not even be a problem. I don't know. Again, that's just my opinion. I'm going to be done for now. Again, I hope everyone, wow, it's really hard for me to transition. That was an awful transition. But I hope everyone really did enjoy my podcast. Again, I really appreciate everyone tuning in. It really is appreciated. I'm very glad we're doing better on downloads, by the way. We're doing good on downloads. I just hope everyone appreciates the podcast. I hope everyone likes it. Don't forget to download, follow the Fanatical Elves Twitter page, all that fun stuff. Also, don't forget to go check out Chemistry Coffee Roasters. That was a good transition. Right here, QR code is on screen. If you use that QR code, we get 15%. Great coffee. Totally recommended. Now, I love you all, guys. Go Browns, I guess. I want to die. This is such a horrible season. But again, I love you guys all. I might not love the Browns right now, but I love you all. I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. And please don't drink yourself into oblivion or something. I don't know. Maybe go gamble a little bit. I'm kidding. Don't do any of that. I'm sorry. I guess I should put man. This is like 2 podcasts in a row. I need to have the drinking phone number on the screen because I keep talking about it. But maybe we'll win next week. Probably not, but maybe. All right, I will talk to you guys on the dates, 5th of October. So happy October, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.